2019 Mazda 3 details just in. It's an all-new car and it seems like a decent effort from them. At least it will be when that new SKYACTIV-G HCCI engine finally gets here. That's next. I'm John Cadogan from AutoExpert.com.au, the place where Australian new car buyers save thousands off their next new cars. Hit me up on the website for that. 2019 Mazda 3 is going to go on sale in the second quarter of this year. They've changed the model lineup just a bit, done its hair and makeup. The model grades are now called Pure, Evolve, Touring, GT and Astina. So basically, they've ditched all references to Neo Sport, Max Sport and SP25. There are two carryover powertrains initially, 2 litre and 2.5 litre SKYACTIV-G engines, which are of course the same ones as in the current Mazda 3. But they're now calling them the G20 and G25 respectively. Pure, Evolve and Touring are available with the G20 2-litre engine, and Evolve, GT and Astina are available with the G25. So in other words, there's a choice of G20 and G25, but only with Evolve. Pure and Touring are G20 only, and GT and Astina are G25 only. The price is going to be up as well, about $2,000 at the entry level and about $2,500 at the top. And that's really going to hurt sales, especially at the entry level, in my view. It's price sensitive down there, with Kia in particular, very aggressive right at the moment with pricing across the Cerato range. So there's a lot of competition. But at least Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are finally going to be standard in a brand new Mazda 3, and that's only about, let's face it, 5 years overdue. If you're after the SKYACTIV-G HCCI engine, the new super tricky homogeneous charge compression ignition engine, and who's not, it promises to be super efficient and a real step forward in clever engineering, combustion tech, you'll be waiting until the end of the year for that, sadly. And my strong advice there is give it another 6 months after the release, just in case the HCCI engine has a few bugs on first release. God knows the SKYACTIV-D diesel engine did when Mazda first released that. So smart, I think, to let the early adopters be Mazda's lab rats on that. I hope it goes off for them without a hitch. I really do, because it's such a special development. But this is a risk that you can mitigate just by giving it a few additional months. So April, May or June 2020. That's the smart buyer's time frame for the SKYACTIV-G bandwagon jumping on process, in my view. The 2019 Mazda 3 has got 2 all-new bodies, a sedan and a hatch. That's not entirely unexpected, and an all-new platform as well. More high-strength steel, especially that tricky new 1310 megapascal cold-stamped stuff that's frankly a pretty sexy Mazda engineering development in its own right, so that's kind of nice. It's obviously a minimalist design that Mazda is overhyping to buggery in my view, and Mazda says they've worked hard on reducing NVH, that's noise, vibration and harshness, which has long been the company's Achilles heel here, so we'll have to see how well they manage that when we get the car in the flesh. Radar cruise with stop-go functionality, auto emergency braking, lane departure and forward obstruction warning. They are all going to be standard technologies across the range too. So all up, the 2019 Mazda 3, due in a few months, is shaping up to be an incrementally better but more expensive version of an already decent small car on my recommended list. But if you want that tricky new HCCI engine, my strong advice to you is to cool your heels for the next 12 to 15 months. Delayed gratification here is the prudent course of action.